Hello everyone, welcome back to another Marvel Contest of Champions video. In today's video, we're going to be doing some 3-star Gorr gameplay, Gorr the God Butcher, as you've already seen in the title and the thumbnail. So we're just going to jump straight into some Act 4. Let's see if we can take out Maestro. I'm bringing in 2 of his synergies, because obviously this is just a 3-star. The final one isn't really that, 5% attack. Yeah, I'm not fast. For magic, we're gonna have to use like Thor, Jane Foster, or Null or something. But for the rest of these, we'll use Gorr, and we'll see how this goes. So the idea is you just want to shuffle between the different buffs. So you want to end the attack on a light ending combo. And you want to do it until you get 2 of each. Okay, perfect. Let's go for double medium. And then special 2, so we got the 4 Furies. Hopefully go straight for SB2 here. Perfect. Let's double medium. So we need to get him to 20 debuffs now. 20, so... well, 20 or more. Okay, so now we can get the power gain, and the special 3 should wipe. I'm a massive fan of Gorr the God Butcher. Look at that! This is overkill. That is so much overkill. It's insane. Like, it's mad. So it does take a little while to ramp him up. Because obviously you have to shuffle between the different it's a bit like the stances with Black Widow Clairvoyant, but you have to shuffle between the different buffs. You need to get 6 of them, so you need to get 2 of each. Then you need to apply the debuffs with the medium ending combo, like double medium will do, or medium light medium. That will apply the debuffs so that you can get your 4 Furies from the special 2. And then what you want to do is get the opponent to 20 or more debuffs as soon as possible, so you can throw a heavy attack. You get your insane power gain, you go straight up to special 3, you use the special 3. If that doesn't kill, it refreshes your 4 Furies, and it pauses your buffs for a certain amount of time. I'm not entirely sure how long it is, but it will pause them. And what you do is just keep doing medium ending combos, and just getting out as much damage as you can, loads of debuffs on the opponent, and it's a pretty good time. So yeah, this dude is pretty good. Obviously, he benefits from having maxed out willpower, because he starts off with 3 vicious charges when you have maxed out willpower. But I do not have willpower at the moment. Working towards it though. Right, so hopefully this dude goes for special 2. Here we go. Light attack. Okay, let's go double medium special 2. Okay, cool. Okay, he's got more than 20 debuffs, so hopefully we can get a parry here, or we can counter this. There we go. And, I mean, this is overkill in itself. He's got 5% health left. I didn't even realise he had 5% health left. Yeah, so this dude is pretty insane. Now, I reckon in terms of comparing him to Valkyrie, Valkyrie is going to be a lot quicker to use. You know, you're still using heavy attacks, and you still need to gain your buffs, but it won't take as long. Let me use Thor Jane Foster here, because he will die from the limbo damage, and he has class disadvantage. So let's go for this. Oh. There we go. Okay, nice. Moving on. So yeah, he does benefit from fighting gods as well. I think once you fight a god, you gain a vicious charge, and you get a pre-fight sort of persistent charge here. So the next fight you will start with another vicious charge, and I think that amplifies your fury or increases your special damage by quite a bit. I'm not entirely sure what it does, I'll check in a second. I just wanted to get straight into the gameplay. Perfect. So aggressive AI is ideally what you need when using Gorr, because every single time they use a special attack rather, they pause your buffs, and it makes it a lot easier just to get your damage output off. There we go. As you can see, we've still got 6 buffs, so it's really easy to apply the 24 debuffs he's got there. Let's go for another double medium, why not? And then the special damage is based off, I think, the amount of buffs that you have and the amount of debuffs that the opponent has. And then obviously that vicious buff increases your damage as well. Then your damage is increased against Elder and God champions. So yeah, it's just... this dude is mad. Like, this is a 3-star. And as you're seeing here, by the time I get back to that special 3, like, by the time I get to it, the opponent's done. Like, below 20% health. Okay, let's try and bait out this SB1. Or we can go for another light ending combo. Here we go, defensive AI. Okay. Okay. I don't think they have the special 3s in Act 4. I could be wrong. No, they don't. Cool. Okay, let's try and get 20 debuffs on him. But as you can... I mean, from the debuffs alone, the special 1 will kill. But the debuffs do stack up. The damage is insane. Also, I've showcased all the special attacks now. So you can't complain. You've seen all of the special attacks. I think this is the ideal rotation. I've not seen a better rotation to go for. This is the one that was in the deep dive, I think. And yeah, we've not even come up against any gods yet. I don't know if Maestro counts as a god. Or an Elder. But I've not fought Maestro in ages, so let's hope my evades are up to scratch. Perfect. Double medium, special 2. And obviously this ties in really well with Despair Mastery, because you've got so many debuffs on the opponent that they literally won't be able to heal. Like, that is it. Let's go double medium. Yeah, and Iron Man is dead. Not to mention the special 3 looks insane as well. Like, it just looks so cool. Like, the special 3 looks insane. Right, so we've got Maestro now. We're on to Maestro. That was pretty quick. We didn't get any ambushes either, so that's quite helpful. So we can quickly get to Maestro. Now, Maestro does not count as an Elder or a God. Interesting. We might get slightly wrecked on the block damage here. Hopefully not. What I'm going to do is throw in some health potions, make sure he's max health. And we'll see how much we can do. I mean, this is a slightly longer matchup, but I think the rotation is pretty much the same. I've just got to hope this dude goes for special 2s. And he doesn't want to. And I let go of block by accident. Okay. We'll try that again. Oh, does he gain a persistent charge on the final fight? Yeah, so that's with the Awakened ability. Gain 1 stack of Heresy the first time entering a fight on the final node, and the max Heresy you can get per quest is 4. Okay, so what I'm going to do is heal up again. We'll try that again. If this doesn't work, we'll jump into some like Act 5 or something. We'll see how he does there. As a maxed out 3-star. But the only thing is, right, he is very reliant on his buffs and his debuffs. So that's going to cause some problems. If you're up against, like, Doctor Strange or Black Widow Clairvoyant, who nullifies all your buffs. Because if all of your buffs are nullified, you can't apply your debuffs, and you can't get any damage. So, Okay, I'm hoping this will push him to special 2. Okay, just about. Nice. Okay, let's go double medium. Let's go medium, light, medium. Double medium. Let's go for that heavy attack and throw off this special 3. Now, how much is it doing against Maestro? We do have 1 persistent charge. We are doing quite a lot of damage, actually. Okay, nice. Yeah, and like I said before, so it pauses all your buffs, except the Vicious and the Fury buffs. But what you can do is literally now just spam double medium. Yeah, I'd rather block this. Okay, maybe not. But we got really close, right? So 8% health. Bear in mind, obviously, he's a 3-star and stuff like that. Let me just use Null to finish him off. He does have a really good synergy with Null, which increases his instant bleed damage. And I can take this dude out. Increases his instant bleed damage during the corruption phase by 30%. So that is really, really helpful, especially on that special 2. So yeah, so that's really cool. So he's a really cool champion. I do like him. He's heavily reliant on his buffs and debuffs. And I mean, he benefits from willpower, not in the same way that other champions do. So you wouldn't get your healing from willpower, but what you would do, you'd get a lot more damage because you'd have 3 vicious charges or vicious buffs. Let me just see if that's on charge. There we go. So let me jump into some 5.1. Whilst we're checking this out, actually, so let's just go through his ability. So he's immune to heal block, which is helpful. If willpower is active, it's removed, and each rank gains, like Gorr gains an indefinite vicious buff, which increases the potency of his damage over time by 25%, which will also increase his special 3 damage. He gets his 3 shadow magic buffs. So we start off in the Viscera magic phase, the bleed phase, and then as you do your light ending combos, you will move to Venom magic, Volt magic, and then back to Viscera magic. Go through those again, so you get 2 of each, and then while shadow magic is active, striking block has a 4% chance per buff on Gorr to inflict its matching damaging debuff, but not degeneration. Now, degeneration comes into effect when the opponent is when they're immune to one of your debuffs. So if we're against a robot, it will be degeneration instead of bleed and poison, but the shock will still apply. You know, so stuff like that. This dude is only Sig level 1, so he does also get an undermine buff for 3 seconds when he gains a shadow magic buff. Now, this duration is obviously increased with his signature ability. So it becomes a lot more useful, at higher Sig levels. Not that he needs to be a high Sig level, but it is helpful, right? Now, the benefit of the Undermine buff, which I don't think is very common. I don't know if anyone has Undermine yet, other than Gorr. But it grants him unblockable to any hit that the opponent auto blocks. So he's really good against, Penny Parker. I'm trying to think, MODOK and champions like that. Your personal debuff duration is increased by a certain amount of, seconds, and that obviously scales with signature ability. It's further increased by an additional 0.5 seconds flat when fighting gods, elders, and for each stack of heresy. So you basically want to use him against gods and elders, but as I've shown you, he's good in matchups that aren't gods and elders. I think in this 5.1 we're about to do, we do come up against Thor Jane Foster, and obviously she is a god, so we'll see how he does there. He does have the class disadvantage. Right, so when struck, gain a non-stacking regeneration buff, restoring 16% of missing health over 12 seconds. And then this is increased by 12.5% when fighting gods, elders, and for each stack of heresy. So yes, you're seeing a trend here. You want to use them against gods or elders, or you want to have willpower so you get more vicious stacks and heresy and things like that. A stacking copy of this buff triggers when Gorr is inflicted by a power burn or a damaging debuff, so he'll get loads of regeneration stacks. The regeneration isn't massive You know, it's 16% of missing health over 12 seconds. It's not a massive amount of health, but it's enough to keep you alive, I'd say. If you're not getting, pummeled by the opponent. And a stacking copy of this buff triggers when gaining a shadow magic buff if Gorr is already affected by its matching damaging debuff. So if you've got a bleed on you, and you have your bleed, you got your Viscera magic buff, you'll get regen from it. Don't know whether it will outdamage the bleed, but I'll have to test that at some point. Okay, heavy attacks. Once per fight, he can gain a power gain buff when the opponent has at least 20 damaging debuffs on them. So that's how I'm getting my special 3 so quickly. All of Gorr's special attacks pause his shadow magic buffs. Special 1, it will pause the shadow magic buffs for 6 seconds. And it will refresh your fury buffs. And on activation, when fighting as a defender, so in alliance or defense, of course, you activate all of your shadow magic buffs, which is really helpful. Your special 2 allows you to gain a fury buff in activation, which lasts for 20 seconds. It's quite a long duration for a fury buff. Gain an additional fury for each unique damaging debuff on the opponent. So that's why you want to get all 3 debuffs on the opponent, so you can gain 4 furies. These fury buffs are refreshed when Gorr activates any special attack. Okay, so you can refresh it on this special 2 as well. We've already seen that it refreshes on the special 3 and the special 1. But with the special 2, you can refresh the 4 that are already there. And then you can add another 4 by the opponent still having those 3 different types of debuffs on them. So you can get quite a lot of furies. It does mitigate your damage output somewhat, because you're not doing your special 3, you're not gaining your power gain. So you're not getting that insane burst damage off. But it does work. It does work. Right. Special 3 activates all of his shadow magic buffs and pauses all shadow magic buffs for 11 seconds. Okay. You get an additional attack rating during this attack for each damaging debuff on the opponent. This is increased to 100% per unique damaging debuff on the opponent. And by an additional 100% when fighting gods, elders, and for each stack of heresy. So again, gods, elders, and building up your heresy stacks will allow you to get insane damage off the special 3. This dude is built for gods and elders. That is basically what I'm saying here. Because we're jumping into Act 5, I'm actually going to bring in Guardian to increase the block proficiency, and we might as well bring in Odin or something for the attack. Alright. So where are we going to go? I don't want to go on this one, actually. I'm just trying to think. Which one do I want to go to? Should we go to the Archangel one? Yeah, because we have Thor Jane Foster here. Perfect. Alright, so let's see how he does against slightly higher PI matches. So we'll use Gorr here for as much as we can. Then when he dies, I think we'll end the video there. But we've showcased pretty much everything we need to. This dude is insane as a 3-star. He's putting in a lot of work. He's got loads of buffs. He's got loads of debuffs. The problem is going to be baiting out special attacks, because you lose time on your buffs. Which, as you can see, is slightly annoying, because you won't get all your debuffs on them. Okay, so hopefully go straight for special 1. Perfect. Let's go double medium. Medium, light, medium. Okay, hopefully he goes for another. Oh, okay. Well, there's a regen, as you guys can see. Okay, let's go for this special 2. I don't know if we can... we got 19 buffs on him, debuffs on him. And we've taken a lot of damage. What I'm going to do, I'm going to restart the fight. I'm going to restart this. Because we haven't met the criteria. The AO was being super defensive there. That is the only problem when you're using Gorr. Obviously I'm using a 3-star in Act 5. So it's going to come with its challenges, but defensive AI does not help. Alright. Okay, well, I guess we'll use the special 3 here then. We gained our power really quickly there. So as you can see without the debuffs, yeah, it doesn't do much, right? But let's double medium, bait out of special 2 if we can. We don't have our Furies, but I just want to see what the damage is like without them. So what's our damage like without the 4 Furies here? Okay, it's alright. But as you can see, I mean, the damage over time is just stacking up to insane amounts. You know, he's not getting any regen at all. So that fight didn't go to plan, and we we still did pretty well. 70 hits for a 3-star is pretty good, considering that special 2 and the special 1 has quite a lot of hits to it itself. That is really good. That is really, really good. He did have class advantage there. We are against the god now, so we'll see how this goes. We have the class disadvantage, so we might get a bit nuked on the block proficiency, but hopefully this goes to plan. And hopefully the AI is a bit more aggressive. Okay, perfect. Double medium special 2. So we got the Furies now. Right, we got to hope that she goes straight for it. There we go. Double medium. Double medium. Okay, we have 21 debuffs there. So you need to do your quick maths here. If you're going to use Gorr, you do need to sort of calculate how many debuffs the opponent has on them. But as you can see, we've got class disadvantage as a 3-star. Against the god, pretty good, pretty good. Okay, I went straight in there, so we got wrecked. We got absolutely wrecked there. But as against a 3-star, that special, that special 3, I think took out about 50% of her health, maybe. Like from where she was, or maybe 40%. But we had class disadvantage. We are a 3-star. I'm not max sig, so the special 3 damage isn't as high as it could be. I don't have willpower either. I don't have any points in willpower, so I didn't get increased damage output from the vicious buffs. We did get the 4 Furies. We did get the debuffs on her. We did get the power gain. We got the special 3 off, and that is the damage output. So that's a 3-star. I do have the 4-star. I will be doing a 4-star video when I can max him out. Hopefully I can max him out soon. I have no ISO at the moment, so it's making it very difficult. Because I've also got a 5-star Nimrod that I'm maxing out currently as well. He's at rank 5. He's not level 65 yet, but he will be soon. So that's another gameplay video to do. But if you guys like this video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more Marvel Contest of Champions content and gaming content in general. I hope you enjoyed the video. There's many more like this to come. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.